Mrs. Claus, this is some delicious hot chocolate.
Thank you.
Just as every year, we finished with time to spare. Elf!
Of course everything is finished. You work all the time.
Elf, put this bag of presents next to the sleigh. Every year, I give presents to everyone around the world, but no one ever gives presents to me. Maybe this year, I'll keep some presents for myself.
Oh, elf do this, elf do that. We have names, you know.
Elf!
Yes, Santa Claus. I'll be there.
Wow, this is so comfy. I can be Santa Claus if they let me, you know. What are you doing there? Get out! Always in Santa's sleigh. Yeah.
I am getting too old for this. Maybe I could take a break for a year, but all these presents need to disappear first. NIHERST National Science Center CSI Unit, how may I help you?
We need Roxanne the scientist help. Come quick. A crime has been committed at the North Pole.
I'm on my way.
Somebody here stole the presents.
I don't even know show. Why am I here?
What you mean? Why are you here?
You
You
had
saw
the
the
presents
presents.
last.
Red nose secretary
So
from
now you know
here.
me.
Yes, I
Thank you
know.
very much.
You must know
Rudolph-
Anyway,
Rudolph
anybody
and
can see my
Shaggy.
nose? Can y'all see my nose?
Nobody cares.
Yes, everybody can see you know.
Who
Okay,
here
thank you. Just making
stole
sure.
the presents? Hi, Roxanne the scientist. Did you find the presents?
Well, Santa, before I state my conclusions, let me explain the entire process. To assess the fabric that was found on the sleigh, we do a fiber analysis test. This is done in two ways: microscopy and the burn test. Looking at the fabric under the microscope shows the individual fibers and their pattern. The burn test reveals whether it is natural or synthetic. From the burn test, we assess if the fiber melts or if it burns to ashes. Does it shrink away from the flame or does it burn brightly? What odor does it give off? Natural fibers burn to ashes and smell like paper while burning. The result of our test shows that there were two fibers present. One was all natural green fur and the other was synthetic glitter. So from my fiber analysis, the all-natural green fur found points to none only than the Grinch.
Of course.
But wait, there's more. There was also glitter from the workshop on the outfit that is worn by the elf.
So, are you saying that both of them stole the presents?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I did not do this. The Grinch is known for stealing presents.
You were the last one in presents, number one. And number two, I am not the Grinch anymore. I'm a former Grinch.
I saw you in the sleigh though. Hold on now, Rudolph. Let's not point fingers, or in your case, hopes. I also found some dirt in the sleigh. By analyzing the components, separation pattern, and acidity of soil, we can tell the soil type and match it to samples of similar features. Samples were taken from the gardens, the Grinch's Mountain, and Rudolph's stables. Both the evidence collected and the soil from Rudolph's stables showed an acidic makeup. I took samples of soil from the garden and from the Grinch's Mountain, and also from out in the stables where Rudolph stayed. And would you believe that our soil sample found at the sleigh matched only that soil from Rudolph's stable?
Okay, so you're just gonna stand there and accuse me based on the...
Oh, you'd be surprised how much we can find out from these. Besides that, we also found some footprints. Shoe imprinting in forensics allow for identifying of a suspect. The visible marks of a shoe imprint can tell us the kind of shoe the person was wearing, the size of the foot, and the average weight and height of the person. Sometimes we can also determine whether it was male or female. Detailed photographs of the prints are taken and scanned for analysis. A casting of the print is also made to preserve it. Here, shoe imprints were taken from each of our suspects in question as to match the footprint found at the scene. I took your footprints to match them up, and there was only one print big enough to match that print at the sleigh. None other than Santa.
But Roxanne the scientist, why would I steal the presents? I gave the presents to the elf last.
Shame on you. Shame on all of you.
What do you mean all of you? I don't have footprints. I have hooves.
Well, aren't you the one who doesn't leave this sleigh now?
This
Red
sleigh
nose?
wasn't flying when the presents disappeared. What about you, Mr. Green?
My dirt's where my dirt's supposed to be. Thank you very much. Did I teleport?
Hold on, we aren't done yet. I also did a chromatography test.
A chroma what for you?
A part of forensic document analysis involves chromatography. Chromatography is a lab process used to separate the various dyes found in an ink. This can tell us the kind of pen or marker used to write the document. Ink from the same source shows the same chromatography run or spread. For a handwritten note also, we can compare various aspects of the handwriting of the evidence to that of different samples. Here, Mrs. Claus' recipe for hot cocoa tea was compared to each person's writing of the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. I found this in the sleigh.
But that's my recipe for hot chocolate.
Yes,
How did that get in this sleigh?
Yes, it is yours, because the chromatography shows that it was written with a red Sharpie that you always have on you. And the handwriting also matches.
You were the first one on the scene.
But I called for help.
There's more. Fingerprints were found on the sleigh. Just like DNA, each person has a unique fingerprint. By comparing prints found on the scene with prints from samples, we can narrow down our suspects. Tiny pores on our fingertips allow moisture to come through, causing us to leave a print on everything we touch. These fingerprints can be dusted with a special type of powder and lifted with an adhesive paper. The lines and ridges from our fingerprints form both a primary and secondary pattern, which can be matched to a suspect. Each person has their own DNA that is different to everyone else. This is their genetic makeup and can be found in any physical body feature such as skin, hair, blood, or teeth. When such samples are collected at the scene of a crime, care is taken to meticulously take them back to the lab. The DNA is first extracted from the sample collected, then analyzed. DNA found at a crime scene is usually a direct link to a criminal. Yes. After comparing the prints with the samples, however, that I collected from all of you, unfortunately, none turned out as a match. Also, this strand of blue hair was found on the slate. But there was no match again after DNA sequencing was done to any of you.
So, first you said all of us did it. Now you're saying none of us did it. Are you wasting our time? Because we have a lot of work to do.
Exactly.
Gosh, Cozy, it wouldn't kill you to take 1 day off of work.
But I only work 1 day for the year.
Hold on. My last piece of evidence gives the best answer. But there was no lab process needed to analyze this. I relied on the most important CSI tool, which is critical thinking and deductive reasoning. This was found at the scene also.
We all know who does walk around with those. We all know.
Jack Frost.
My frosty boy.
That little weasel, he's always trying to take over Christmas.
There's no time to find him now, so unfortunately, I cannot retrieve the presents. Santa, is it possible for you to make more presents in time for Christmas Eve?
Woman, don't you know who you're talking to? I'm Santa Claus. I can get these presents made. Rudolph, go to this table and tell the reindeers it's lift off as planned.
Okay.
Elf, back to the workshop and get cracking on making those presents.
Alright.
Grinch, you can go home.
I want to be here anyways.
Thank you, Roxanne, the scientist.
Back to work.
Of course.